So a word that's way too big for your morning, probably, sorry about that, is Zeitgeist. And of course, that's a German term. It means spirit of the age. And it's referring, it's a philosophical construct. The idea is that there's like a generic impression, a way to see the world, the way that everybody, it's sort of in the air to understand, and the culture carries that, and people think that way throughout all places. But we as Christians, we really like this term, spirit of the age, Zeitgeist. We like this term very much because we are conscious that there is a spiritual battle going on. And since we're conscious of this reality, actually this term has a greater meaning for us. And welcome to this morning's Jolt. I invite you to follow with me to in this line of thought. And of course, we think of the devil when we think of the spirit of the age, and what is the general impression in the world about reality and God and the meaning of life and purposes and goals and what we should be doing with life, and that's what we're talking about. And this is where the spirit of the age is so useful, because in Revelation 12:9 it says, the great dragon, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, and listen, which deceives the whole world. I'm not going to read on, but he is the one who deceives the whole world. Now, how does he do that? I mean, he's not omnipotent. He is not omnipresent, after all. He's just a creature like you and me. Well, except like a lot of degrees higher, way more intelligent, way more powerful, way smarter. But he's just a creature. He cannot simultaneously whisper into every human being's ear his lies. He cannot deceive everyone one by one personally, every moment. That's just not, or even in every generation. That's not real. But that's where this Zeitgeist idea, the spirit of the age, comes into play. A prevalent lie that fills the earth, that he uses, that he places into people's hearts, who will communicate it for him and pass it on, and then it appears in every curriculum, in every classroom. Well, maybe not every, but many, in every, not every movie, but most movies, theater, plays, all kinds of places. And the spirit of the age is there, it appears there, and that's enough because people carry it. And I just want to say one thing about that, the spirit of the age, that you and I need to be conscious of, that there is an animosity to truth in the present spirit of the age. Not that people hate the truth. People hate the concept of truth, okay? People reject the concept and the existence of truth. That when you say there is an absolute objective truth, then that's somehow abhorrent. And this is purely in the air. It's not, there is no good reasoning behind it. There is no reason for people to think this way. But it appears in Star Wars. It's there in, so many books and so much communication. It's just there. There is no absolute truth, which is a ridiculous, it's like a self-defeating statement. But anyways, I'm not going to worry about that. But just the point is that people think, so when we say God is gracious, then people under the influence of the spirit of the age can easily say, oh yeah, I agree on that. Yeah, because God is gracious, that means God is disinterested in truth. Okay, but that's not what grace is, and that's so important. Titus 2:11, for the grace of God that brings salvation has appeared to all men, teaching us. What does teaching us mean in that context? It means that there is a truth, and God wants to impart it to us. There is something that God needs to give to us, to write something onto our hearts. He wants us to have in life this thing that he has. Grace is not turning us away from truth. Grace is actually where we can get truth and where we can receive it, and then that brings us to sanctification and so on. So when we say God is gracious, we cannot always say this alongside, but in our hearts we have to know that doesn't mean God turns away from truth. That's not what we're talking about. Because grace without truth will always be like like a two-wheeled tricycle. It's just going to always trip over. There's just no way that that's going to be healthy. No. Truth is very important for us, and don't just live under that stupid impression of the spirit of the age that is not necessary or useful, or or it's even evil or something like that. I'm just saying that because this concept is there for all. These concepts are floating in the air for all of us. And God forbid that we believers would just take them and accept them and swallow them and internalize them and make them, and start living like it's our own, or it has any reality to it. So, yeah, I know that was a little too much for the morning. Sorry about that. Yeah, but I just think that that's important. God bless your day.